What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm here with some Madden 26, but today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually do. Now, about over an hour ago, the NFL draft ended, and this man you see on my screen was the #1 overall draft pick, Fernando Mendoza. Now, obviously, if you follow football, you know who he is. He was a quarterback from Indiana. He won the national championship and the Heisman this past year. A great year. A great year. And so yeah, everybody knew he was going to be the #1 overall pick, but now it's official. He is a Raider. Now, obviously, the Raiders are hoping he's the face, the face of their franchise for a very long time. But what does Madden 26 think of Fernando Mendoza's career? That's what I'm going to find out today. I'm going to simulate his career in Madden 26 and see how he does. Does he win a couple Super Bowls? Maybe a couple MVPs? Who knows? Or is he a complete bust? I have no idea, but that's what I'm going to find out today by simulating his career. And yeah, what's he going to be? A bust or a legend? Not sure, but we're about to find out. All right, so I just simulated year one. So, before I go look at his stats, let's go see what his record was with the Raiders. I do know they didn't make the playoffs because they weren't in the bracket, but let's see what their actual record was. The Raiders... All right, one of the worst records in the league, 6-11, but that's not surprising. Obviously, Fernando wasn't going to fix their team in just 1 year. But yeah, they didn't do good, obviously. 6-11, the 28th best team in the league. Again, obviously not good. But now we go to stats, and let's see what his stats were like. He had 3,379 yards passing, 16 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, a 58% completion percentage, almost 200 yards passing per game. Nothing insane. Very mid. I would say that's mid. Not terrible, but not great. Honestly, a little bit lower than I thought. But again, the Raiders really don't have that many great receivers, so I guess it actually makes sense. He got sacked 53 times. So yeah. Now let's see how he compares to the rest of the league in year one. Let's go down here. NFL. All right, so clearly, he was probably pretty low. We got 1 quarterback, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. He was the 25th quarterback in passing yards. Obviously, not a great year. Barely 16 touchdowns, too, is surprising. That's pretty low. Wow, that's actually the lowest in the league. 16 touchdowns was the lowest in the league. But not a lot of interceptions. He's kind of in the middle of the pack when it comes to interceptions. But, again, overall, not a great year. But, again, I was expecting that. The Raiders are a pretty bad team. They weren't going to just fix overnight because of Mendoza. But, let's hope they build on the team in year 2. And Mendoza gets some help with receivers. And, yeah, we'll see how year 2 goes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders got Puka Nacua. I said they needed to go get help, and they did just that. I simulate the offseason. I went to go look at the roster to see if they helped out Fernando, and oh my gosh, did they. They got one of, if not the best receivers in the NFL, man. Wow, the Raiders knew what they had to do, and they did it. That's great for Fernando. He got Puka and also Brock Bowers to throw to. One of the best duos you can ask for. Wow, that made me excited to see what the Raiders could do now in this season. Wow. All right, let's go see what Fernando could do now with Puka Nacua as his top receiver. Puka Nacua was the best addition that the Raiders could have done because they went from 6-11 to one of the worst teams in the NFL to already, as you can see on the screen, the 3rd seed in the playoffs. Now, before I simulate the playoffs, we're also going to have to go look at Fernando's stats, but that's great to see right there. Let's go to stats. Fernando Mendoza, 3,682 yards, which I think is a couple hundred more from last year. 30 touchdowns, which is pretty much doubled from what he did last year. A great step up. Less interceptions with 7. And a better completion percentage with 67. Average 216 yards. That's almost like 20 more than last year. So he improved on everything. He got sacked a lot again, but he improved everywhere. Now, I didn't check last year because I did forget. Let's see rushing. Does he run the ball at all? Not really. 137 yards rushing. Let's see what Puka did for him. Yep, Puka led the team with receiving yards, no shock, 900 yards, 10 touchdowns. This guy too, Ben Barron. I don't know. He's a rookie. They got him in the draft, I guess. He led the team at second. Brock Bowers was fourth. But all right, he's getting help. You love to see it. And I'm stupid. Last year or year one, I was counting in a row about quarterbacks. Instead, I could just check right here because it goes through it. I gotta wait. No, now it goes to. I gotta wait till it goes to Fernando. Fernando. Let's see. He was 12th this year. He was 25th last year in passing yards. He was 10th in passing touchdowns. And passing rating, I didn't see, to be honest. I was too slow. But anyway, now we go back to the playoffs. Can I simulate from here? No, I can't. Okay. All right. Advance the week. Do the Raiders and Mendoza win week 1? Wait. Did they win? I'm so confused. Did I not advance? Oh, I didn't advance. That's on me. Okay. That's on me. I look stupid. Didn't advance the week. All right, here we go. I don't care about this crap. They lost. No, they lost to the Jets by 3 points. Oh, that's... Damn, that sucks. That actually freaking sucks. All right, Fernando Mendoza's first ever playoff game, and he threw for 247 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 83% completion, which is great. So they did lose, but he had a good game. I mean, you can't put the blame on him. They did score 21 points, so it's not like they got shut out. So sometimes even if you play good, you know, you just can't come away with the win. Let's see. Puka Nacua, no surprise, the leading receiver. But, you know, the Raiders took a great step forward, though. It only took 1 year for the go from one of the worst teams to a playoff team. So this is looking good for the Raiders. They did good last offseason. Hopefully they do good again in this offseason. And, yeah, I'm excited to see what the Raiders could do for year 3. Before we move on to season 3, I'm an idiot for multiple reasons. First of all, I forgot to show the record. They went 12-5 this year after going 6-11 last year. So that's great to see. But also, I'm a bigger idiot because last year I didn't even check the awards because I thought Mendoza didn't have a good year. But turns out he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. As you can see right there on the bottom right corner, he won Rookie of the Year last year. I'm an idiot for not checking, but just so you know, he did win Rookie of the Year, so good job for him. His first award in his NFL career. Hopefully there's more to come, but yeah, I'm an idiot for not checking that, but there it is. Now we could go to season 3. Another offseason down, and the Raiders are a pretty stacked team. I don't know how they're this stacked, but they got Trent McDuffie on their team now. They got Jesse Bates. They got Brian Branch, Jalen Carter. I don't know how this team is has all those guys, but I think they did have a lot of cap space. But holy crap, they are building a juggernaut of a team. And also, Fernando Mendoza has now upgraded from a 79 overall he was in his rookie year to now he's already a 92 overall. So, I mean, this team is stacked, man. This team is stacked. They're already a Super Bowl contender. They might win the Super Bowl this year. The Raiders are back in the playoffs, but somehow we are now the 6th seed this year after being the 3rd seed last year, which I don't know if the league got better or did we get worse. I don't know how we would get worse. The Raiders is stacked. But before I go look at Fernando, I want to go look at the records before I forget again. They went 13-4 and they are the 6th seed. Huh? Holy crap. You had 10 teams in the NFL this year that went 13-4 or better. That's insane. Okay, so we didn't get worse. We literally got better. We have a better record this year than we did last year, but we are the 6th seed, which that's pretty crazy. A lot of really good teams. You had 2 teams go 16-1, a couple of 15-2s. Holy crap, man. The NFL is going insane with good teams. Damn. All right. Now we go look at his stats. He was 22nd in passing, 20th in passing touchdowns, and 13th in passer rating. I can already tell his passing yards did go down. He had 3,375. He went down in touchdowns as well to 23. 9 interceptions, 2 more than last year. His completion percentage was basically the same. He went back down to 198 yards passing per game. He only got sacked 28 times, though, which is a lot less than what he was. But definitely, he went down, not up, which is not good to see. Puka Nacua is somehow the 4th leading receiver on the team this year, which makes no sense. He averaged 39 per game, and Ben Barron was our top receiver. That doesn't make too much sense to me, but all right. Now we go to the playoffs. We simulate. Do we beat the Kansas City Chiefs, or do we lose in round 1 again? Come on, win it. Win it. Boom, baby. They won 24-14. You love to see it. Now they are playing the New York Jets in the divisional round. Advance the week. Come on, Raiders. Come on. Do they win? Do they lose? They lost again to the Jets. Back-to-back years we lose to the Jets in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? 29-23, man. That is so disappointing. What are the odds that the Jets are holding us back, man? They take us out back-to-back years in the playoffs. Damn it, man. Right here are the stats for Mendoza's first ever playoff win. He had 182 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Went 15 for 19. Nothing insane. A decent game. Maybe just had to manage the game to win. He didn't need to be a superhero. So that was the win. And now we go to the loss. Again to the Jets. I still can't believe that. Let's see what he did. He had 209 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 21 for 35. I mean, not a terrible game, but just, again, very mid. Nothing spectacular. So far, every game doesn't, just like, his stats just don't seem amazing. They just seem very okay-ish. But that's another year down. Now, I'm going to simulate one more year. Season 4, I'm going to simulate one more year. And then after that, I'm going to simulate, like, 10 years. And then we're going to look over how he did quickly. Because if I go year by year, this is going to take forever. So one more year, and then I'm going to simulate 10 years. So, yeah, let's get right to it. Seems like the Raiders are making the playoffs pretty easily, which is a good thing. They are now the 2nd seed this year, which is the best seed they've had so far when they've made the playoffs. They will be playing the Dolphins. Let's go to standings. Let's see what the record was. 14-3, the best record so far in this video. Can they actually win it all, though, this year? Come on, they have to. Well, they don't have to, but Mendoza, 22nd in passing yards, 11th in passing touchdowns, and 4th in passer rating. So his passing rating was really good. He had 3,493 yards passing. It seems like his passing yards is always between like 3,300 to like 3,600. Very consistent. But 35 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Fernando. Wow, what a touchdown to interception ratio. That's amazing. 67% completion, 205 yards per game. All right, so he's not putting up a bunch of yards per game, but his completion percentage and his touchdown to interception ratio is amazing. Holy crap. He got sacked 37 times. Wow, man. Fernando, that 35 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, that just amazes me. Wow, that's awesome. All right. But now it is time for the playoffs. Luckily, there's no Jets to play so far. I'm not sure if they made the playoffs. I didn't really check. But let's see. Do we win? Do we win in the wild card round? Come on, don't lose. We beat the Dolphins. Let's go. We beat the Miami Dolphins. Now we play the Chiefs, who we beat last year in the playoffs. Come on. Let's go to the conference championship. Let's go to the conference championship. Come on. Show me a W. Yes! W, baby. We beat the Chiefs 24-7. We are 1 game away of making it to the Super Bowl, and the Cleveland Browns stand in our way. Come on. Come on. Come on, Raiders. Come on, Raiders. Come on. Come on. Please show me that we're in it. Please show me. Yes! The Las Vegas Raiders have made it to the Super Bowl. Fernando Mendoza's first ever Super Bowl appearance going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the moment we've all been waiting for. A Super Bowl appearance. With one click of the button, we are about to find out if Fernando Mendoza is a Super Bowl champion. The silence is loud, but I guess there is no silence because I'm actually talking. We got killed. The Raiders got killed 33-13. Man, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. We made the Super Bowl and we get destroyed. Let's go look at the player stats really quick. Ah, man, you hate to see it. Fernando, first ever Super Bowl, 215 yards and 0 touchdowns, which is not good. 1 interception, sacked 4 times, completion percentage of 65. I mean, man, that's disappointing. They just got beat right away. First quarter, they were down 14-3 right away and just never could come back. Wow, that's disappointing, but at least they made the Super Bowl. At least they made the Super Bowl. But it is now time to simulate 10 years into the future. And then we're going to go over every year quickly of Fernando Mendoza's career. And hopefully he wins at least one Super Bowl within those 10 years. And maybe even an MVP. But let's go see if he can win those awards, those trophies, or whatever. Can he do it? We're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, the simulation of 10 years has finally ended. It felt like 10 years waiting for it to be over. But here we are. Fernando Mendoza is now 35 years old. And as you can see, some things have changed. He's the quarterback for the Chargers and not the Raiders. That's the main thing that changed. Now, here we go to look at his stats over the last 10 years. Wow, okay. All right, some information we have gathered. Now, 2029 was the last year I simulated and we looked at. So 2030 from on out is where we started the simulation of 10 years. Now, as you can see, he actually was with the Raiders only one more year. That 5th year was his last year with the Raiders, and then he went to the Buffalo Bills for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years he was on the Bills, and now this was his first year on the Chargers. So 3 different teams, the Raiders, Bills, and Chargers. This year he had almost 4,000 yards passing, 24 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. His first year with the Bills, he had 3,600 yards passing, 23 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. As you can see, if you actually look at all his years, he really never threw a lot of interceptions. The worst he ever did was 10 interceptions. And that was 2 years he did that. His rookie year and the middle of his career right here. But a lot of seasons where he only had 4, 3, 2, 6 interceptions. That's really good, honestly. Touchdowns, he had 30 in his most recent year, 38, 19, 36, 29, 38, 28, 23, 24, 35. And his most was 38. That was his most. He did it twice in 2037 and 2033. The most passing yards he ever gotten was 4,800 in also 2037 when he had 38 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. That's insane. That's insane stats right there. Almost 5,000 yards passing with 38 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. That's insane. With a 67 completion percentage, his best percentage was 69 in the year 2035. His worst was 58 in 2026. What else are we looking at? Quarterback rating, his worst was 2026 as well. And his best was 115 in 2029. He got sacked the least sacked. It was 2028. The most sacked was the year of 2037. Yeah, that's really the main thing. It says most yards per game was the year 2037 with 285. So obviously, as you can tell, 2037 was his best year in his career. Most touchdowns, most passing yards, only 2 interceptions, and almost 300 yards passing per game. His least passing yards was 2028 and 2026, 198 yards, only a 0.3 difference between those years. That was with the Raiders. So it seems like he got better late in his career, actually. Like I said, he's currently he just came off the year of 2038. His best year was 2037, which he was like 34 years old for that. So his best season actually came in later. But now it's time to go check the league history to see if he won any Super Bowls. So we left off 2029. So 2020, 2030, he did not win any MVP or Super Bowl. 2031, no MVP, no Super Bowl. No MVP, no Super Bowl. No MVP, no Super Bowl. No Super Bowl, no MVP. Uh-oh, this is not looking good. No MVP, no Super Bowl. No MVP, no Super Bowl. But MVP of 2036 was Lenora Sellers, quarterback who was also in the same draft class as Fernando. Pointing that out right there. 2037 was his best year, but he did not win MVP and he did not make it to the Super Bowl. And the last most recent year, he did not win MVP and did not make it to the Super Bowl, which is disappointing, which means the Super Bowl that we saw was the only Super Bowl appearance he had in his entire career up until the age of 35. So that's disappointing. He did not win any MVPs. The only award that he won, a big time award that he won, was his Rookie of the Year. Other than that, he didn't really win any awards. Made it to one Super Bowl, lost that Super Bowl, and he did not make it back. So I don't know. Did he have a terrible career? I don't think it was terrible. Again, he barely threw any interceptions, which is insane. His touchdown to interception ratio was insane. But did he have a great year? Absolutely not. Was he a legend? No. Was he a Hall of Famer? Probably not. But was he a complete bust? No. He played every year. He was a starting quarterback every single year. You can't be a starting quarterback for 15 years and be a bust. That's not how it works. But that is going to be the end of today's video. That was the career of Fernando Mendoza in Madden 26. Let me know. Did you expect a career like that from Mendoza? Did you expect more Super Bowls, more MVPs? Did you think he was going to be a complete bust? Because again, he was not a complete bust. He did start every single year. But obviously, could have been a lot better. No Super Bowl wins, no MVPs. Hopefully, I'm not lazy, and as I'm saying all this, I have his complete stats combined to show you how many yards passing, touchdowns, and interceptions he had in his, I simulated, 14 years of his career. So hopefully I have that on the screen here somewhere. But yeah, that's the end of today's video. That was Mendoza's career in Madden 26. Let me know how you think. Did you expect a career like that? Did you expect worse? Expect better? Let me know if you enjoyed this style of video too. Maybe I could do it again with another player. So yeah, that's it. New videos every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. EST. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.